Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Lane Kiffin before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Turning it on. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Rush is on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Got a man. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Trying to run, it's Lindsey. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And the Rebels want to move quickly. They'll keep it on the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Wow, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
All they need is 1 yard, and they got nothing on the last play. Here's third down. Trying to pound it in. Stop. Nothing. Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense. Trying to slam in. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Rebels. A pick six.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That makes the score. Ole Miss 7, LSU 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Barry. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Dropping back, it's Levitt. A little screen to the running back. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Cook. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Might be changing the route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It's Lacey. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Berry. There he goes. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first. On the move at the 30. He's loose on the run. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Lacey. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Lacey. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on third, fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there, and now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
This offense has it with really good field position. Here's a give to Durham. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Right back to the well. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Finds his man. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Durham. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Third and 6 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Got it! They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. They want to throw it. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Using his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Alexander. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The offense changing the play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll pull it down. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to fire on second down. Looking for a big gain. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Trying to get behind the defense. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Barry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Back to throw, it's Levin. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in passing.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the ground, it's Lacey. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The snap sets up the throw. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. And he's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Berry. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run the counter. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Throws it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Looking to the big tight end. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They take over holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. The give and tick, 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 tick. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He's going for a big play downfield. Leaping grab for a big gain. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Back to pass on second down. Got the quick pass. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Now facing a third and long. He might want another play. Wants to throw again. Right on the money. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Quarterback moving. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
1st and goal as they can just take their time and try to put this one out of reach. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And guys, I don't know if they got the play call in quickly enough, but still the quarterback has to make sure the snap gets off on time. Running inside. It's Lindsey. Touchdown!
That's why, as a defense, you have to gang tackle this guy. You've got to bring multiple bodies to the party because he's just way too strong of a runner. It's too hard to tackle this guy one-on-one, David.
And how about the running back, man? That's a grown man. Like, you could tell, once he gets his feet moving, he is hard to bring down, breaking tackles, making plays. This is a guy that doesn't need a great offensive line because he continues to make plays even when they're not there to be made.
The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? What a mess. A delay of game on the two-point conversion attempt. That just can't happen. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score.
14. Number 17, set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Berry. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Levin. Oh, they're after him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Rebels. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a